I can tell you this for a fact. Integrity is in just as short supply on the left as it is on the right. I can tell you that for a fact. You think you're a better person because you're on the left and you vote Democrat? You are sadly mistaken. Barack Obama, the most insidious, sinister motherfucker I have ever seen. Way worse than George Bush. Way worse than that sinister motherfucker convinced you he was doing something. At least when George Bush was president, we knew he wasn't. We knew he was working against us. Barack Obama, you can't protest under Barack Obama because it's Barack Obama. Remember, there was can't do that because it's Barack Obama. And then after Barack Obama's not president anymore, you can't protest under Trump because Barack Obama will come out of retirement to end that protest. He didn't come out of retirement to help workers. Barack Obama came out of retirement to end civil rights protests by fucking professional basketball. He ended civil rights protests. That's what he didn't come out to help people. He came out to help stop people from helping people. That's who Barack Obama is. The most sinister motherfucker you've ever seen. And you're a dupe if you think he's anything but your enemy. What a chump. A pothead comedian in his fucking garage can see through it, and you can't? Why? Because you got $1 million? Is it because you have $1 million? Hey, here's a great Paul Krugman. He's such a great predictor. Why Hillary wins. This was October 21st, 2016. That was a guy looking for a spot in an administration. Overall, Americans took 9/11. So this is why we're bringing him up.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted this out freaking today.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird in America, we never have a memorial for March 20th? Do you know what March 20th is? March 20th is the day we decided to kill a bunch of hundreds of thousands of people in Iraq for oil, for money. In an illegal war, aggressive war for natural resources. And we killed a bunch of Iraqis to do it. That would be March 20th. We're never going to have a memorial for that. We have a memorial on 9/11 so we could all get together and hate on other bad people. So what we could do, we get together every 9/11 and we project all of our murderous rage that we actually have inside of ourselves as we're murdering people in 8 different countries right now, occupying Afghanistan for 20 years, murdering people there, committing a genocide in Yemen, turning Libya into a failed state with open slave markets, dropping so many bombs in Syria that they ran out of bombs. So what we do is we take all that murderous rage that's actually in us as Americans and we project it onto terrorists. We do that every 9/11. And that would be okay if we also had a memorial on March 20th. What's that? That's the day we started murdering motherfuckers in Iraq for no reason. And we were all for it. And we never we never atoned for it, ever. In fact, we're still out there blowing shit up all over the place because we're still looking for the bad guys. The bad guys is us. We're the bad guys. I don't care whatever Sam Harris says. We're the bad guys. Sam Harris is a fucking bloodthirsty maniac who talks softly. He's an apologist for murderers. That's what Sam Harris is. We're the terrorists. We are. We're the torturers. We are. We didn't even give health care to our own fucking people. Overall, Americans took 9/11 pretty calmly. Notably, there wasn't a mass outbreak of anti-Muslim sentiment and violence, which could all too easily have happened. And while George W. Bush was a terrible president, to his credit, he tried to calm prejudice, not feed it. Says the rich white guy. Says the rich white guy. Says the rich, non-Iraqi white guy. Hey, except for the war he launched on a country that had nothing to do with 9/11, except for that. To his credit, he did kill 1 million people or so and bomb a few countries into rubble. To his credit. And to his credit, he tortured many people and tried to normalize torture. So don't forget that part. Hey, by the way, hate crime incidents after 9/11 for Muslims, that's what happened. That's where they were before. That's where they after 9/11. And all the way. You propagandist. Hey, Patriot Act, Department of Homeland Security, ICE, Guantanamo, bombing of Afghanistan for the next 19 years and counting. Special registration program, over 30,000 Muslims deported. Families and communities ripped apart. But yeah, no mass outbreak of anti-Muslim sentiment, I guess. My brother would be detained at American airports for hours at a time. He was 13. My mother would also sob and beg him not to anger those interrogating him. She feared he would be taken to Guantanamo Bay. Fuck you, Paul, you lying sack of shit. And Paul Krugman is a lying sack of shit. And why does he lie? He lies for the establishment. That's who Paul Krugman is. Hey, daily behavior wasn't drastically affected. True. For a while, people were afraid to fly. My wife and I took a lovely trip to the U.S. Virgin Islands a couple of months later because airfares and hotel rooms were so cheap, but life returned to normal fairly fast. Jesus Christ. You really got to see the economic upside to all this. Virgin Islands are lovely that time of year. Paul, my mosque burned down. Sorry about your mosque. Want to see my vacation pictures? Good day for a reminder that no one associated with the Bush administration or the war effort they started should be allowed to speak in public ever again. Hey, should they be able to run for president as a Democrat, though? Because that's what's happening. Sadly, we know the answer to this question is yes. They should be allowed to run. They're going to be allowed to run for president as a Democrat. They can run for president as a Democrat. They can be crowned the resistance heroes by MSNBC. And why shouldn't they be rehabilitated since we rehabilitated George W. Bush too? Now shut up and look at this shitty painting. I could do this all day. I hate doing this. I'm getting tired of doing this. I have a pain in my chest right now. This does not bring me joy. It's the same shit. It gets worse, actually. And the people who are supposed to do something about it get worse. It's ridiculous. I saw a guy today on Twitter say he was proud to vote Democrat. Now, I don't know what kind of a mental illness that is, but holy shit is that one. Okay. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.